Ciao Milanisti, it's your boy Kush in the Milan Corner, back in the studio with another episode of Rumor or Real. These are 4 of the 8 profiles we're gonna dive into today. Now, before we start things off, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you can watch the Milan Corner videos as soon as I upload them. This is probably gonna be the last time I'm gonna be talking about this player unless Milan is playing them in the Champions League. His name is Gianluigi Donnarumma. I don't call him Gigio anymore. Gigio is a nickname for somebody you care about. I don't care about this guy anymore. Mainly because he doesn't play for us. No hard feelings, he's just a former Milanista now. Guys, yesterday Fabrizio Romano broke the news that Donnarumma is going to be going to PSG. He signed a 12 million euro contract. That's 60 million over the next 5 years. And here's what I got to say about it. Milanisti, we're angry, we're upset. Why? Because we care. Why? Because he's a good player. But here's the reality. He wanted money and we wanted loyalty. And with an agent like Mino Raiola, that's almost impossible. A lot of you guys have been complaining about the fact that Donnarumma was ready to negotiate his contract after the Atalanta match, but Milan said it was too late. Guys, he had over a year to extend his contract. He was given more than enough time. And even after Milan won that game against Atalanta, when Maldini asked Donnarumma what is he gonna do, he said, I'm gonna do whatever Raiola asks me to do. Guys, Paolo thought ahead. He thought ahead. Think about it. Let me paint a picture for you. It's 2023. Donnarumma is reaching the end of his 2-year extension. Guess what happens? The same old crap. Guys, this was gonna be a every 2-year or every 4-year drama with him. Milan cut their losses and they swapped Italy's #1 goalkeeper for France's future #1 goalkeeper. So at the end of the day, Milan got their high quality goalkeeper and Donnarumma got his money. Maldini and company ended up getting a lot of respect in the eyes of Milanisti, and they ended up showing the footballing world that they value the name on the front of the chest far more than the name on the back. So the Donnarumma saga hopefully is over and Milan can just move on with Mike Maignan. Now let's kick things off with Hakim Ziyech. Milanisti, watching Chelsea play in the Champions League last season, the 2 players that jumped at me were Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech. He's a player that I watched play and I was like, if Milan can just have a player of his quality. And suddenly La Gazzetta dello Sport is linking him to Milan. And some of these reports seem they're pretty real. Now here's the thing guys, how are we gonna take care of his price tag? He's well over 40 million. According to news reports, here's probably how. If Hakan Çalhanoğlu extends his contract with Milan, which at this point in time seems very, very likely, if that deal actually goes through, Milan does not need to buy Rodrigo de Paul. That 40 million that Milan had budgeted for Rodrigo de Paul, which I don't even understand how they would have budgeted 40 million. Milan does not have that kind of money right now. But according to reports, that 35 to 40 mil, they're gonna reallocate that towards Hakim Ziyech. Milanisti, I would love for this report to be nothing but real, but I'm sorry to burst your bubble. At this point in time, I think this is just a rumor. Guys, just because every news outlet is talking about it doesn't mean it's happening. We gotta look at budgets. 40 million? Milan barely were able to scrape enough money together for Tomori. They still can't pay for Sandro Tonali. They're suddenly gonna just whip out 40 million for Ziyech? Can Milan find a similar solution as the Fikayo Tomori deal where they bring him out on loan? I don't know, but at this point in time, I will stick to it. I think this is a rumor. Which brings us to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. All right, I'm gonna have to change this graphic because it looks like Çalhanoğlu is gonna be staying at Milan, and if he's a Milanista who's wearing red and black, I'm gonna give him my respect. So there we go. Guys, if he can just adjust his attitude, I think he's a decent quality player. I think he performs well against small teams. I think he disappears against big teams. These are things that he's gonna have to resolve. Plus, along with everything, it's his Instagram and social media profile. He calls people out too much. This is silly kitty stuff that you don't need to do anymore. And you're wearing the number 10 shirt, which is the shirt of a leader in a football team, and he needs to act like one. And guys, news reports have suggested that Çalhanoğlu has rejected his offer from Qatar. No other clubs want him, so he's kind of gonna end up back at Milan. And I think, and we all think, it's pretty real. I'm not too mad at this deal because this means that Milan doesn't have to spend 30+ million on finding a number 10. I've been waiting for Milan to offload Çalhanoğlu, but if he's staying, he's getting my respect, slowly. Guys, in the previous rumor reel, I talked about Diogo Dalot. I said that Milan's links with him are real. He's very likely gonna come back. Pioli is a fan, but looks like that door is shut. Dalot is not coming back to Milan. He's going to be staying at Manchester United. So Milan at this point in time are looking for a new backup winger. And the profile that is being mentioned is Elseid Hysaj. We've all watched Hysaj play for Napoli for years and we know that he's a pretty good player. At one point in time, his value was over 30 million. Plus he's versatile. He can play on the right flank and he can play on the left. So if he becomes the backup for Calabria and Theo Hernandez, I think it's a pretty good deal. However, the reports that have linked him to Milan, they seem kind of soft. So at this point in time, I would like for it to be real, but I think it's a rumor. Dusan Vlahovic. Now this guy's profile is all over my YouTube comments and I understand why. Look at those stats. 21 goals, 2 assists for a 21-year-old. Playing in Fiorentina, they don't have a very good quality attack. Partner this player in a good quality attack and holy crap, how many goals is this guy gonna score? He's a huge admirer of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, so he'd be a perfect fit at Milan, except for the fact that he has a 60 million price tag. Milanisti, this is a big fat rumor. Sorry to burst it to you guys, but this is a complete rumor. Milan does not have this kind of money. If you look at some of the price tags and profiles linked to Milan, we're almost acting like we have a 200 million euro budget. Guys, the only thing that we can do is get free agents, players on loan with a buy option, or wait for a couple more years of Champions League qualification before we can get a healthier budget. That's our reality right now, but Milan is gradually trending up, which is a good sign. Which brings us to Papu Gomez. I don't even know how much time to spend on this, guys. He just left Atalanta for Sevilla. His agent has come out and said that he's happy in Seville. I am surprised that we're even making these links right now. Guys, this is clearly a rumor. Which brings us to Sandro Tonali. He has gone back to Brescia. However, Milan is trying to negotiate a new deal. They have about a 15 million pay option on him. They're trying to get that reduced. Paolo Maldini deeply values this guy's quality and sees his potential for the future. And I really hope that Milan can pull off this deal. Sandro Tonali is an excellent quality player. Give him time. Moving on to another loanee. Hey, our old coach, Mr. Carlo Ancelotti, has done us a big favor. He said, Milan, you can take Brahim Diaz. So it looks like, according to Fabrizio Romano, Milan are going to be closing the deal for Brahim Diaz. He's going to come back potentially with a buy option. At a minimum, it's going to be another loan spell, so we get our Spaniard back. The 2020-21 team is slowly coming back together. Guys, this has been the most boring and slowest roller coaster ride. A 34-year-old Olivier Giroud, and we're just going slowly up. And is he coming? Is he not? I don't know what's happening with him. Everybody said that he's almost certain to come to Milan. He then signs a contract extension with Chelsea. Now here's the deal about that. Chelsea signed that extension. They had the option to extend his contract. They opted to do so. Why? Because they didn't want another Premier League side to bring Giroud for free. Apparently, there's a gentleman's agreement between Chelsea and Giroud that if a foreign club comes about, Chelsea is going to make closing that deal a lot easier. So at this point in time, Giroud's not necessarily a write-off, and he's been dropping a lot of hints about Milan. He's always talking about, oh, Milan's a historic club. They're a beautiful club. I love Ibrahimovic. I don't know what's with this flirting going on, but you guys just get this done. Get this deal closed. At this point in time, I think based on the reports and based on the way that his contract was extended by Chelsea, if Milan has to pay a nominal fee to bring him on, I think Milan are first going to explore all their younger profiles, and then they're going to come about to Giroud. And despite of everything that has happened, guys, I think this link is pretty real. The Easter eggs that Giroud is dropping seem a little bit odd if this move doesn't actually happen. So at this point in time, weirdly enough, I am going to stamp this one real. What do you guys think about the profiles that I named? Do you think Milan has a chance of signing Hakim Ziyech? Please say yes. Milanisti, tell me I'm wrong. Which ones do you guys think are rumors? Which ones do you guys think are real? Make sure to let me know in the comments. On a side note, Milanisti, it took me 5 months to get this channel to 700 subscribers, and in the last 2 weeks, you guys have doubled that amount. I guess the next obvious milestone will be to bring you to 1,500 subscribers, so make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you think we have a chance of getting Hakim Ziyech. As always, Forza Milan, grazie mille e ciao tutti!